If you're like me and you've got an EXPO project using React Native, then you're probably worried about the build limits that EXPO give you. And when I say build limits, I'm talking about these. So you've got iOS builds, Android build, and uploaded builds. Now EXPO is quite generous with its builds. So you get 30 builds, 15 each for iOS and Android, which isn't too bad, but that can really increment super quickly when you're developing a lot. And if you're someone like me, you've probably been in a situation where you've used up a lot of builds, you've got 1 or 2 builds left, and you've got like a week left until it resets. So what do you do at that moment? Let me show you. So I'm gonna break it down to iOS and Android. Now a big thing to mention here is for iOS builds, this won't be able to be done using Windows devices because unfortunately Apple doesn't allow Windows users to have Xcode, which is very vital for pushing and sending off your iOS build. So I'm so sorry Windows users, you're gonna have to just rely on the limits that you have for your iOS EXPO app. But if you're a Mac user, you're all good to go. Follow me. Now for iOS, it's quite simple. All you need to do is just go to the directory where you've got your React Native EXPO app. And what you want to do is you want to run npx expo pre-build platform iOS, and then you want to go into the actual iOS folder that you created because that will be created by this command here. And then you want to do pod install, which will install all the dependencies for the actual iOS app, and then you can see the out of it. Now, once that's done, your iOS folder will look something like this, right? And what you want to do is you want to open Xcode just like this, and then when you click open existing project, and you want to find that iOS folder that got created, and then what you want to do is you want to click on Xcode, the X workspace like this. Double click that, and what that will do is that will open the Xcode project for your actual app. Now, before we do anything, you want to make sure you go on sign in and capabilities. I'm going to blur this out right now, but you want to make sure you're connected to your Apple developer account. Once that's done, all you need to do is just go on product and then archive. And what that will do is that will start building your app on Xcode. And once that's done, you'll get the following window, just like this. It'll show you all the different builds you've had in the past. As you can see, I've done quite a lot, but you can see the latest one is here. And all you need to do is just click distribute, and then select where you want to send it. I'm going to do App Store Connect because it'll send it to TestFlight for me as well, and click distribute. And that's it. You wait a couple minutes, you'll get an email from Apple telling you, hey, your new build's been added to TestFlight, and you're done. You've essentially done what you would have done with EXPO, but without using a build limit. Now, Android's even easier than that. What you want to do with Android is you want to do the following command. You want to do EAS build platform Android -- profile production -- local. Now, this command here is what you run when you want to have EXPO build your Android app in the cloud. But when you add a -- local right here, what it does is it uses your own machine's hardware to build it. Because that's why EXPO charges you more money if you want to do more builds, because you're using their cloud servers, which is quite a lot of processing. But what you can do is you can do production builds or you can do preview builds. So for me, I do preview builds, which are defined here in the EAS. You can see here preview for Android returns an APK file. Now this is what if you want to test it quickly on your Android device here, right? Once you're happy with it and you're all good, what you can do is you want to do production here, which does the production build. Now the production build returns an AAB file, which is what's going to be used in the Play Store. And once you run these commands, for example, let's say if I ran this command here, what will happen is I will get an ABB file. So if I go here and I go to my git diff, you can see I've got an AAB file here. And if I did the preview, then I would get an APK file. And from there, a lot easier than Apple. All you need to do is just drag the file. What I usually do is I put it in a Google Drive, and then I open my phone, my Android phone, and then I go on Google Drive and I download that specific file, because there's no distribution system similar to iOS where you use TestFlight. And that's it. That's literally it. You can keep doing this, rinse and repeat constantly without having to use your limits. And what you want to do is you want to save the limits on EXPO for emergency situations. Let's say you don't have your laptop with you. You've got a broken down laptop and you're at a family's house, but you want to push a quick fix, right? And you know what the fix is, you've added the fix, but your computer can't build it in enough time or whatever. What you can do is you can just send it to the EXPO cloud by running the commands without adding a local or anything like that. That's usually when you want to save these EXPO builds for. But if you have time, don't use them, save them because they can come in handy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this helps someone out because this has saved me so much time and reduced my stress you don't understand. So yeah, if you like the video, give it a like. If not, no problem. Peace.